Hey there, today I want to share with you 3 easy steps to up-level your routine. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, July 12th. And first of all, why are we talking about up-leveling your routine today? Well, the moon is in Taurus. I was sharing yesterday about the moon in Taurus, what it means, how it is asking us to get grounded, to simplify, right? Yesterday I talked about amplifying your simplifying with the planet Jupiter, which is about expansion, and the moon in Taurus passing by Jupiter. So Taurus energy reminds us to slow down, to get grounded, to focus on the beauty and pleasure of life. And of course, it is about our routines and how we do things. What is our normal? What is our ordinary? What is our everyday? So it's what we can expect, what makes sense to us. And with the planet Uranus in Taurus, where it has been for a few years now, we have this energy of Uranus that brings in shakeup, change, upheaval, unexpected development. So like I was saying yesterday, we have this energy of asking us to come up with a new normal, right? And it's not all bad. It is also bringing in this opportunity for us to introduce the new, bring in the changes we want to see, live our lives more in alignment with who we want to be, more on task with our own healing path. So we're going to be the moon will be passing by Uranus today around 9 a.m. my time. I'm on Pacific time in the US. And as the moon passes by Uranus, it's bringing that reminder of what is normal, what used to be normal, what doesn't work for us anymore, and an opportunity to create a new normal, or to choose a new normal, or to shape a new normal and what we want that to look like. So today I'm sharing 3 easy steps to up-level your routine, to think about your everyday, your routines, your normal, and how to bring in consciously ways of doing it differently that are going to serve you better, that are going to help you be more creative, more productive, more happy, more joyful, experiencing more pleasure, and more able to appreciate where you're at and have gratitude for the things that do bring beauty and pleasure and comfort into your life, what you value. So to do this, and it's a really simple process, so 3 easy steps. So step 1 is to ask yourself, what is your routine? So I actually recommend that you write it out, and you can pick, your morning routine, your what does your whole day look like? What does your evening look like? What does your bedtime look like? Like whatever routine makes sense for you, or whatever's jumping out at you as something to think about. So consider what routine means for you. Write out what that routine is. And the reason we do this is because to notice what's going on, we have to pay attention. And writing is one way to help us observe, right? To help us notice, to help us see what it is we're doing that we're not thinking about every day, right? Not necessarily conscious of it. So write out your routine. What is it you do? How does it feel? And then that brings us to number 2, which is to ask yourself, once you've got those steps written out, what's the routine? What do you normally do? And then number 2 is to ask what it is in that routine that makes you feel alive, happy, joyful. What's bringing you pleasure? What is helping you have a more we can call it efficient, right? Efficient is not necessarily sexy, but but efficient is like it can also really serve us and make us feel good. Like it's helping us get things done. It's helping us have more free time to relax, time to take care of ourselves. So what is helping your routine be more efficient? What makes it feel alive for you? What is worth doing in that routine, right? What is helping you and how is it helping you? So looking at your routine and asking yourself, what are you doing that makes you feel alive? And of course, what are you doing in that routine that maybe doesn't feel so good? What is it about that routine that you don't necessarily need to be doing? Or maybe a way that you're doing something that you don't, that's not really in your best interest, right? Or it's not facilitating your greatest good. It's not helping you be happier and more free and more abundant and more creative. So just asking yourself, what about your routine feels more alive, more joyful, more spacious, more valuable to you? And what about that routine doesn't? And that brings us to number 3. So just to keep this simple, ask yourself, what is one thing you can change about your routine that will make it work better? So don't make it overly hard. Don't make don't make it something unachievable, right? Make it simple, make it approachable. So one thing about your routine that you could do differently. Is it something that could take less time? Is it something you could be more present to, right? Maybe it's a family member that you're caring for, and maybe you could enjoy that time with that person instead of thinking of it as a task, for example. Maybe something you're doing for yourself, you could think of as, I am choosing to do this task as a way of loving myself, right? And so instead of being a task, it becomes an act of self-love. So what is one simple thing that you could change about your routine that would help you feel happier, more relaxed, more cared for, and that will help your life, right? Help all the things that you want for your life, the freedom, the abundance, the ease, the spaciousness, the more love, all of that. Like, what's one thing you can choose in your routine to help yourself get more in alignment with those more joyful ways of being? So that's it. 3 easy steps to up level your routine. And really all we're doing is we're noticing what your routine is, right? Writing it out so you can see it for what it is. Really, like sometimes maybe you haven't been even noticing because you're unconscious of what you're doing. And so paying attention to what you're putting your time into. Social media. Are you being on your phone? And is that really serving you? Like, what about that feeds you? What about that is not feeding you? For example. Okay, so paying attention, writing it out, noticing what it is, and then asking what feels good about it and what doesn't feel so good about it, or what is not serving your greatest good so much. And then what is one thing, and I challenge you not to make it overly complicated. I challenge you to keep it super simple. So what is one thing you can change about your routine to make it work better? And again, that might be that you don't change anything, but you change how you think about it, or how you show up for it, or how you feel about it, how you appreciate it in that moment, how you recognize that it is an act of caring, of love, of kindness, of connection, rather than thinking of it as a task. So I'd love to hear what you find, what shows up for you. So please share in the comments and let me know how this little exercise went for you. And just, it's in the spirit of helping us step into a new normal, a normal that works better for us, a normal that's more in alignment with the things we want to create rather than old ways of being, or that place of stress and worry that we want to move beyond. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. And thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for your comments and your shares. Thank you for sharing with a friend, and it means a lot to me. So thank you for being here, and I will see you next time here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. helping you know what the moon is bringing us and the other planets and how it supports us always in our own self-love, self-care, and healing process. All right. Thanks for being here. I will see you next time. Bye for now.